All right, and these wildfires also taking a heavy mental toll on people across the Los Angeles area. Joining us now with more on that part of the story is board-certified psychiatrist Dr. Judith Joseph. Dr. Joseph, thank you so much for joining us. Curious, what do you say to someone like Chad who just lost everything?
Morgan, thank you so much for bringing up the mental health aspect. Someone like Chad will survive this. He has something that he practices, probably doesn't even know it. The 5 V's, he's validating how he feels. He's venting. He's talking about how he feels. He's tapping into the values that give him purpose and meaning, like his music. And hopefully he and others are supporting their vitals, the getting good sleep, keeping a routine, getting food in, drinking lots of water, connecting with loved ones, and then the vision. He's hopeful. He's looking forward to the future, hopefully, and scheduling some type of joy. And the 5 V's can really help you through this period because this is trauma and it is going to weigh on people's physiology, their bodies, their brains, and their mental health for sure.
Yeah, you talked about just how traumatic something is like this for someone to experience, whether it's, personally losing a loved one, losing personal items, losing your home. It's a sense of security, and we know safety is something that our mind really struggles to adapt and perceive. For someone who is already struggling, either has an existing mental health condition, how is something like this making it worse, and what else can they do?
It's really important that safety comes first. In the middle of a trauma where you don't feel like you have control, safety is number one. And number two is focusing on the things that you can control, like what time you wake up, what time you go to bed, how much you eat. But then there are people who have risk factors, those who have a history of substance abuse, those who have a history of mental health conditions, such as anxiety and depression. We have to, take care of these extra vulnerable people. So make sure that they have access to loved ones, that they're regularly checking in with others, that they don't fall back into negative adaptive coping mechanisms like relying on substances. And so it's important to realize if you have these risk factors to ask for help. Everyone's struggling now, so you may not feel like you want to burden someone, but it's really important to know that a symptom of trauma is feeling guilt and shame and internalizing this, so you don't want to talk about it. So knowing that that's a symptom hopefully allows people to ask for help.
And then hopefully allows us to be mindful of what everyone else is going through and have that sense of empathy, but then also ask how we can help other people and really be that village. Dr. Judith Joseph, thank you so much for your insight on this topic. We thank you for the work that you do.
Thank you for having me, and know that there are free resources that you can talk to. There are helplines. So if you don't feel comfortable talking to someone around you, there are helplines available.
Absolutely. Dr. Joseph, thank you.